Hi, and welcome to the J&R Marine Weekly Report. The date is Sunday, February 15th, 2026. My name is Kobe, and this is episode 11. Let's get into the weekly achievements and failures of the RC boat community. Welcome back to the studio, boys. Welcome back. It's been a week since we've seen each other. I missed you guys, and I appreciate everybody posting videos this week. That we had so much to choose from that we have such a long video for you guys, really long episode in store for you guys. I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's jump into it, boys, because we have a good amount of stuff to talk about other than the awards this week. So we're not going to waste too much time, and we're going to jump right into these awards. So starting this off, we are going to go with Video of the Week. Video of the Week was a majestic, slow-mo video, whatever you want to call it, fast-paced video, none of that. You know what it was? It was a time-lapse of an awesome, designed and printed and built and tested RC sailboat. Interesting. It was one of those like satisfying type of videos, you know. You could just, it's like I think like a 20-minute video or something, but it's fully time lapsed and sped up, so it's kind of interesting to watch. It has the little sounds on it, you know. It's one of those satisfying videos. Either way, I enjoyed it, and it got Video of the Week. What can I say, boys? Video of the Week goes to Racing Sparrow with this 3D printed sailboat. We're going to churn and burn, guys. Churn and burn. And guys, before I get to the next one, I'm going to remind everybody that all the links to these videos are in the description to this video below. This next video actually comes from Facebook, and this thing is actually pretty cool, boys. It is an active tuned pipe. When I say active, I mean like on an RC boat, people set their pipes at a certain distance for certain torque values. What's cool about this, it's a super short video, guys, but it speaks volumes because this is an active pipe. It's activated by a servo, which is controlled on your transmitter. So the torque value can be set while driving, racing, turning laps, whatever. Absolutely amazing, guys. It's absolutely pretty cool. So it got Build of the Week. What can I say? It comes from Facebook. Last Minute Racing gets Build of the Week from Facebook. Anywhere you post your videos, I will find them. Anyways, guys, we're going to keep moving forward. All right. So Ovals of the Week. Ovals of the Week was pretty cool because it is a Miss Geico 36 catamaran turning some hot laps on 4S. And it was interesting. I personally like 4S. I think it's a very challenging voltage to turn laps on. Either way, Miss Geico 36 Locks Rider got the award for Ovals of the Week for turning some full throttle, wide open throttle hot laps with his Miss Geico 36. And that is a badass cat, boys. That is a badass cat. That is it's like a beautiful miniature model of the original skater Geico cat. So cool. So cool, guys. Ovals of the Week, Locks Rider. Good job, buddy. Guys, thank you for posting your videos. Really appreciate that. We're going to keep churning and burning, guys, because we got a lot to talk about, boys. We got a lot to talk about. With that said, here it comes. Next, Pass of the Week. Pass of the Week comes with a Blackjack 24 flying right by the camera into the sun where we couldn't see her anymore, but we can hear her. And she came scooting right back at a blistering 99 miles an hour. The Pass of the Week goes to RC Anything RC for constantly going out there, putting his equipment on the line and filming it, taking us along with him for the ride. Thank you for that. So you're getting Pass of the Week. And I saw you guys, by the way, guys, I saw good amount of passes this week, some really, really hot passes this week. But you know what? RC Anything RC got it. What can I say? Duke it out between you guys. We're going to move on, guys. We're going to move along. Next up, we have a little bit of carnage this week. little bit of carnage comes, you know, from a C-32 catamaran flying out of the water thinking that she's a plane and going right into the bushes. And that was a spectacular crash, guys, a spectacular crash. What was more spectacular about it, and which is why I'm smiling, because nothing broke. And you know, there might have been a little bit of damage or something, but for the most part, from what I understand, that shit held up, boys. So yeah, crash of the week goes to Ironclad RC with his C-32 cat. And sorry guys, that's why I'm smiling. What can I say? I had a hand in that. With that said, boys, that was it. Video of the week, build of the week, crash of the week, ovals of the week, and pass of the week. Went right through them super quick, churned and burned. And why is that? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have had requests to talk about this. So here we go, boys. We were asked why we didn't talk about Ironclad's drag boat. Well, here we are. We're going to discuss it a little bit. We're just going to do a quick overview, and I'm going to explain to you guys a real quick backstory as to how we got to this stage. Everybody knows this. If you watch my videos, you know that this drag boat is Ironclad's drag boat that he built, that he designed and built and tested and ran, and it was amazing. The battery got loose, flew out of it, and it broke. He got the boat back in parts and eventually sent it to me, and we discussed putting it back together and eventually plugging it for a fiberglass model. That's where we are right now, in a sense. So here we go. It started off where this was a two-piece hatch. It had a fake motor here on the back. This piece came off. This piece came off. There was a beam here. This whole face stayed on, and the access into the boat was not very easy. And on top of that, the tape joint wasn't ideal. Back over here, you would have to tape it, and etc. Right? And it just wasn't an ideal situation for a tape joint, so we wanted to evolve this and bring it back to life. So what we did, the first thing I did was put it back together, obviously. And then the most important thing to me, at least, because this had a lot of sentimental value, that I wanted to keep this as much looking the same as it originally was. I didn't want to change the cockpit. I didn't want to change too much. So what I did here is the more I looked at it, I noticed that this area here where the fake motor used to sit, the fake V8 big block, was nice and narrow, and that if I connected this whole piece as one and cut down here into this little slit, if you see that, cut down here, I can create a tape joint and keep this whole back area the same. The problem was, it was up here, the cockpit was wider on the sides, and the channel up here was much more narrow and didn't give the ability to create a tape joint. So after a lot of thinking, I decided, speaking to Ironclad, and he approved it, that I would connect all this as one and make this one hatch, and that I would narrow this up and create an opening here, a big enough opening that we can create a tape joint. And that's what I did. And the reason it's fiberglass was because I got to a point where the wooden plug was so full of foam and sand. I had to make a decision. I kind of needed to do like a save and move forward. So I needed to kind of save my last, and that's where it was. So I basically plugged what I had right then and there so that it wouldn't fall apart on me in the future if I would be moving it around, if I don't get around to it for a month or something like that. So I plugged it. and I plugged it as basically one piece, like a full piece, and then I was able to cut it out and create a hatch. So now we have a legit fast electric tray. We have room in here for batteries, for ESCs, for motors. You can do all kinds. You can fit a 3660 in here. You can fit dual 2960s in here. You can fit a 150 fly color in here, no problem. There's a lot of space in here now, boys. So that's where we're at. The mold still needs, this part still needs a little bit of work. I need to work this lip a little better, but this is it, guys. This is where we're at. We have a tape joint right over here, all the way through here, and then right up in here and over there. It's simple enough, and it kept the boat the same. Speaking of the same, let's look at the bottom. Look at that, guys. That bottom right there, look at those recovery pads. Look at those ride pads. That is all Ironclad's design. He 100% designed this and shaped it and built it. Well, all I did was put it back together and copy it. So this is absolutely amazing, guys. I'm looking forward to getting to the next stage. Thank you everybody for tuning in. My name is Kobe. This is the J&R Marine Weekly Report, and we will see you next time.